Hello and welcome everybody, my finance teacher here. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. It might be going through a breakout from the triangle consolidation zone that we've been observing over the last couple of weeks. We've had a triangle that looks something like this. Sort of a symmetrical triangle, although not really. And today and yesterday, Bitcoin is experiencing a breakout from this triangle on the upside. However, I think it's early to be certain that we are experiencing a breakout at the moment, because it is only a slight adjustment of the triangle, something like this, that gives us a possibility that we are going to continue consolidating for another several days. So it is still a little bit uncertain whether we are going to experience a breakout or breakdown from this consolidation triangle. However, I'm leaning to a possibility of a breakout, since again over the last couple of days price action has been relatively good, although not amazing. We've pulled back from this 20-day moving average, and on the other hand, over the last week, this 50-day moving average has proved to be a relatively solid support line, as well as the lower range of this triangle. Now let's have a look at some other factors that might give us a clue of where Bitcoin is going in the short term. In the long term, I think, say during the year, Bitcoin should go above the all-time highs we've had so far. However, we are now interested in what's going to happen with Bitcoin over the next month or two, rather than during this year. So another interesting thing to have a look at is Fibonacci retracement numbers. They are often quite useful in determining where the trends are ready to reverse. So this shows 100% of the rally we've experienced since mid-November, and the retracement of this rally has reached close to 62% retracement. Very often 62% is a solid support based on Fibonacci numbers. In this case, it coincides with the 50-day moving average, adding to the strength of the support at this zone. What it means going forward is that there is some additional probability as a result of these numbers that Bitcoin is not going to break down from the consolidation triangle, although it is still uncertain. Another thing to look at is Elliott Wave count, although I don't often look at that on my channel. This could be wave 1, we could have a wave 2, something like that, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5, and we should have 5 waves going up. After that we should have 3 waves going down, which are A, B and C. I guess we could have a count of these waves something like that: A, B and C. If this count is correct, then we have completed the move down consisting of 3 waves, and we are ready to go upwards again. This is another factor that points to a breakout being more likely rather than a breakdown from this consolidation area. A caveat here is that wave C didn't go lower than wave A. That is a little strange. So we are still not really certain whether we're going to experience a breakout or breakdown. However, with everything that we've seen in mind, with the regional triangle looking something like this, we might be experiencing a breakout at the moment. And if it is the case, if we are not going to continue consolidating for too long, we still might pull back down to the area and then continue our move upwards. Actually, what is going to give us whether we're going to pull back down to the higher boundary of this triangle or whether we're going to continue consolidating for several days is what it gives us is sort of a reverse head and shoulders pattern. I don't really like trying to search for this sort of a pattern because very often it's too easy to find these patterns everywhere and they don't provide you with much information of what's going to happen in the future, since it is very easy to see these patterns everywhere. However, for whatever it's worth, if we continue consolidating, if we go down by another $1,500 and then move out of this consolidation zone on the upside, that could give us a reverse head and shoulders pattern that reinforces those traders who search for these patterns that Bitcoin is ready to go up. Those traders might jump on this train, actually pushing the price upwards. So there is something in it. In summary, a strategy that I would make is if we close above the 20-day moving average, that would confirm a breakout rather than a breakdown, and I would enter some positions with, let's say, a large chunk of my liquidity. If we go down to the lower range of this triangle, I would enter some positions with a small portion of my liquidity, since there would be a chance of a breakdown. And if that happens, if we go down to say 10,000, I don't think we should go below 10,000. Then here's where I would add most of my liquid assets into positions in Bitcoin. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is my opinion on what might happen to Bitcoin prices. And as always, I wish you luck in your trades.